Hey, Cheryl.
Hey, Joyce, I'm loving that background. And
Oh,
I know
thank
that is
you.
Bermuda through and through. If you are not following Joyce, and I will say specifically on Facebook, you will be able to catch her on the variety of beaches in Bermuda where she will show you the sunset and the moon and the sand and the water and all the things. It always looks amazing. So I just have to say, let's Joyce's commercial for the moment.
Thank you, thank you,
Okay,
thank you.
you're
What are you
welcome.
thinking about today, Cheryl?
So I'm thinking about this Zoom thing that we have going on, right? And so we were talking about, connection, and I think in just in between episodes, and we were kind of chatting it up, and I was saying something about like the phenomena of billions of cars making it to their destinations on a minute by minute, hour by hour basis, and that isn't anything that any of us focus on. Typically, we focus on the accident that's slowing traffic down, that doesn't let us get to our destination in a timely manner, and all of the things, right? And all of the things. So I think I want to talk about just the connection and the ability. I'm kind of looking all over because I'm thinking this through. I want to focus on the connection and the ability to kind of be spiritually connected, right? I mean, I was thinking about if Zoom, let's just say Zoom or Google Meet or whatever you're using, it's Skype from back in the day. If the connection wasn't consistent continually, right? We've all been on calls where you have to turn off the camera. We've got to move to a different place. Maybe you're on your cell phone and the signal's not good, and the call takes longer. And people are going, I heard everything until this. What did you say after that? Okay, let me dial back in, all those things, right? If that were the standard, I don't think we would. I think when the world shut down for the pandemic, I think it would have been a different kind of shutdown. Because, right, we all jumped on Zoom and or Google Meet or whatever you're using. And if those connections hadn't stayed in true, like, if they hadn't stayed constant, we wouldn't have been able to spiritually stay connected. And the energy, right? I hear, people will tell me like, it's the energy, it's the energy. And I know for sure, like you've met people, people may not know this, but you and I have actually never met in person. It was
Exactly.
expected, and I had to take a left turn earlier in the year, but we've never actually been in the same room physically. But
Right,
I do feel
right.
like we know each other. And the
Absolutely.
reason for that is the spiritual connection that comes through, even through a Zoom or Google Meet, and consistency and all the things, like showing up for each other, asking about, hey, what's really going on in your life, those kind of things.
Yes,
So
yes.
yeah, so we were talking about the spiritual connection, and then that kind of flowed to like both of our dads. So we both have lost our fathers. Let's see, yours is about 12 years ago. I lost my dad about 16 years ago. And we were talking about a few things that let us know that the spirit, right? I'm a believer in that we're not having a physical experience. We're spirits having a physical experience, not physical beings having a spiritual experience. So we were talking about our dads and how we connected and how we know like they're still around, like checking on us. So I'll let you, since I've been talking for a minute, I'll let you talk a little bit about your dad.
Well, of course, I'm a daddy's girl. And so it was so interesting as my dad was transitioning. But before my dad transitioned, he had said, you know how people just talk and they're saying, well, this is what I want when I pass. And we're like, huh. But he had always told us that he wanted Ave Maria sung at his funeral, at his homegoing. And he had actually told us who he wanted to sing it because there was a certain recording that was sung in a
Oh,
very operatic, beautiful way. And so we were like, okay, yeah, whenever that time comes. That was years before when he got sick and was to the place where we knew the week he was passing.
yeah.
He in that last week, I was able to fly in and be with him. And in that last week, it was like he was just holding on. And
Mhm.
it was like there was something that wasn't letting him go. It was like, my mom and I and my brother, we kind of felt like, he's suffering a bit, and he didn't really suffer before then. And I said, I'm going to get a boom box and bring in a CD with the song Ave Maria on it. and play it in the
If
room.
you just pause there, boombox, portable,
Right.
portable way for you to play music, CD, physical thing you would put in the boombox and press play, and it would actually play the song. All right, continue.
Exactly, because there was not a lot of technology at the hospital he was at,
Right.
the hospital he was at. So I wanted to
Yeah.
be able to leave something that wasn't my personal phone device with it on repeat that I could plug into
Yes.
the wall.
Right. Right. Right.
CD and a boombox. And so the song Ave Maria, we just started playing that. And within the next day, he passed.
Wow.
And what was so interesting was the nurses and people were saying, that song just brought peace to the ward. And even though we knew he was transitioning, it was, people would stop and listen. And when they'd go in his room, you could just feel his breathing was less labored. And the day he passed, we were there that morning and we just watched him. His breathing was more shallow and he just passed away gently. Well, a year to the day he passed, August 18th, the first year he passed, my husband and I were out on our boat and we, decided that, we turn on the radio, which is, again, something old fashioned we hardly ever do, especially when we're
Sure.
on the water. And
Right.
we turn on actually the online radio on my phone. And I turn on the salsa, which usually at that time of night, the guy who plays salsa, the salsa is on. And I thought, well, maybe we'll dance or something. I was a little melancholy because it was a year anniversary of my dad passing. Well, I turn on the radio and the song that starts playing is Ave Maria. And I'm like, what? How can this be? Like the salsa
Who is
playing.
Who's recording us right now?
I know, right? I'm like, okay, this must be like, who's what? Yeah.
Yeah.
It really showed me that, wow, my dad was like, that was just letting me know he's like, got me. He's there, he's still around, that
100%.
however people look at those kind of connections, but it just showed me, wow, his favorite, I don't know if his favorite song, but that's the peace. I had peace
Yeah.
after that.
Yes.
So it was
Yes.
amazing.
It's that meaningful
Yes.
moment, right? And so
Yes.
we only started talking about this because in our conversation, I was saying something like, we're not physical beings having a spiritual experience, we're spiritual beings having vice versa, whatever it is. Okay.
Yes.
So ironically, I have a very similar story about my dad who he loved Anita Baker, like loved Anita Baker. And so for several months after he passed in August of 2008, I think it is, I would hear, like, I'd go in a grocery store and I'd hear Anita Baker playing, right? I'd get in an elevator or in a hotel lobby, Anita Baker. I would be in an event and the last song that the saxophonist played was Anita Baker. Well, ironically, on the 1 year anniversary of my dad's passing, Anita Baker came to our local area to play in concert. And so we took my mom. I actually wrote a letter. I don't know if she ever got the letter because I just sent it to the Coliseum. So I don't know if she got it, but I just wrote a letter to her to let her know, like, the gratitude that we had for her and her music and that she was appearing on the 1 year anniversary. So it is just it's those things. And that, I believe, is how, like, our spirits let us know that they're still here, watching over us, being engaged, they see us. And I think it's those moments, and it could be anything for anyone. So it may not be music. It could be, well, I know, for example, the number 22 is my dad's football number. So sometimes I see number 22 on the field or on the court doing extra things. And I'm like, all right, right? So it's what you put into it, right? We can find what we put into it. But at the end of the day, I still think it's very interesting that 1 year to the date, Ave Maria is playing and Anita Baker shows up in our local area. So you can't take that away.
You can't. And it just goes to show we're all connected. We're all life is for all of us. And, no matter how old we get, we're still daddy's girls.
That's right.
We're always going to remember our daddies.
100%. And they'd be proud of us. I know for sure.
Oh,
They're up there
oh.
dancing, talking about like, look at our girls.
And listening to Anita Baker and Ave Maria.
That's that's right. Over and over and over. Awesome.
This is
So
great.
yeah, this is a great conversation. Stay inspired, y'all. It's like there's reasons you're here. Your
Yeah.
fingerprint in life is necessary.
Yeah.
Right. And we don't always know why it is until we know why it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
And these
So
connections we make are real, even though they may be on Zoom or whatever, they're real. And what you
yeah.
what you feel,
Yeah.
people I've met in person. I know when we meet in person, where it's that spirit
It's just
there. It's there.
yeah, it's gonna be just a
Just
connection to keep moving. Yeah. So,
absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Excellent. Excellent.
Well, our dads are smiling. We're smiling.
That's right. That's right. All right, y'all. Don't forget to subscribe,
Subscribe and like.
comment. If you see things that happen in your space to let you know that this is all like spiritual connection, like
Yeah.
let us know. We'd love to have more conversation about it. Yeah.
Your loved ones are still, yeah, let us know.
Yeah. Okay.
Thanks.
All right.
Have a great
We'll see you
time.
soon. You too. Bye.
Bye. We look forward to you connecting with us. Please find us on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Cheryl also can be found on TikTok, Twitter. If you would like to have a coaching session with Cheryl or an analysis with Cheryl or a VIP session with Joyce, please connect with us. We'd love to hear from you. You can also check out our websites. Please like our video, and we so appreciate that you took time to listen. Let us know what you think. Take care, God bless, and have a great day.